see we go way back, ain't that your friend? So let's sit down and have a chat. Like anytime you need a friend, I'ma be there to defend. I'ma be there to the end. You see me right there, right there. Anytime you need a friend, I'ma be there to defend. I'ma be there to the end. You see me right there, right there. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the Anytime You Need a Friend podcast. I am one of your hosts, Bryce.
And y'all already know it's your boy, Jerm. All of that. Thank you.
You know, Jerm he's a singer for real, so he likes to run in real life. So even in his speech sometimes, he's going to have a little riff, a little run. How y'all doing today?
I hope y'all having a great day, for realsies.
I actually am having a good day, Jerm. What about you?
Are you? I'm having a good day. I took a good ass nap before this podcast, right. So I'm well energized. I'm up. I'm here, and I'm ready to give these people a good show. Okay,
girl, you know we live for the applause.
No, for real.
Give me the feel. Okay. Gaga gagged me back then. When I tell you I was not a Gaga fan until that, and I was like, what?
You weren't a Gaga fan until that?
It was something about her being on that VMA stage singing for her life. I was like, yes, bitch, perform for me. I'll give you the applause.
Not even starstruck, like, girl, snap, back.
Okay, Jerm, I don't know if you know this about me. I have an affliction to liking things when everybody likes them sometimes. When things are too popular, I be like, why do y'all like that? I'm a hater.
So you weren't like the other girls. You weren't like, you know.
I very much took on that as a child. Like, I'm not like, I don't listen to what you bitches listen to. Like,
Gaga was definitely like, she was
too popular. She was too hot.
She wasn't too, come on now. Like, I was definitely getting flack for liking Gaga back in the day. Like, the girls was giving me lashings. Like,
I remember.
I couldn't even do my little monster dance, girl. I was getting lashings. Like,
this is gonna sound crazy, but I liked flops back then. No shade.
Well, you know,
if you could sell under 50K first week, you were my girl. Okay. I was like, I always rooted for. I'm sorry, I don't mean flops. I mean the underdog. Because
the underdog, yeah.
Sometimes it's not your fault, so fuck a flop.
Right.
It's not your fault that your label doesn't push you, but I believe in you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm like, no, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. She's gonna make it one day.
No, for real, because that was definitely me with my girl, my favorite girl, Tanashi. So
I didn't like the ones who was already at the top of the chart. I got to root for my girls at the bottom. Trying to get to the top. Okay.
I hear that. Damn.
That just really means that I identify with people who were struggling even as a child. That's crazy.
Oh.
Sad. But y'all, we are going to kick off this episode, this very fun episode. The energy is great in the room, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
With a rant of the week segment. Now, this is a thing you're going to hear me bring up from time to time. Maybe every week, most likely, because I always have something to rant about, Jerm. But I want to ask you. Do you have a rant for us this week?
I do have you know what? I was gonna minimize the cursing, but fuck all of that shit, bitch. Let me tell you motherfucking why. Because why the fuck when I go to the motherfucking store and I buy groceries for the next 2 weeks, right? They don't make it through the motherfucking shit. Like, why the fuck are my strawberries spoiling and growing fuzz after 2 days or 3 days? Like, damn, bitch, I can't even make me a smoothie. Like, why is the meat turning gray? What is going on? Okay, I just want to know. What is the motherfucking issue? And they need to fix it fast before I start a motherfucking farm in this bitch and grow my own shit. I'm just saying. Like, why the fuck the eggs $6? Hello? Okay.
Y'all are shopping at the wrong places. Okay, so this is not what rant
of the week is about. And you know.
So I'm very sorry, and I'm gonna hold my tongue because this is not what rant of the week is about. I just want you to know, Jerm, I have an answer for all of those questions that you just asked. But I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be courteous and tell you later because that's not what the rant is about. Okay,
girl. I'm just tired of the food spoiling on my ass, and I'm looking at the expiration date. I'm like, this is supposed to go out. What's today's date? What the fuck's today's date?
It's the 16th.
Today's date. The 16th of March. Why the fuck, if I'm buying something that says the expiration date is April 1st, why the fuck is the shit growing fuzz? Why is it turning green? Tell me that.
They're lying, girl. They're eating the dogs. They're lying.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs, bitch. I'm so tired of this shit.
Jerm, I totally get it.
At this point,
honestly,
I'm gonna go vegan.
Look, I tried it for like 3 months. Not 3 months, 3 weeks. You see how I lie so easy? 3 weeks, girl. It was back in the pandemic, and I wasn't even eating like real vegan. Like I wasn't doing like raw vegan, a whole lot of fresh. I was literally just doing like substitutes for like 3 weeks straight. But I lost a little weight, so it is better than eating meat, honestly.
Okay, body tea.
But that's gonna be either way because I get in that gym. When I tell y'all, that's really what my rent should be. Is the way I almost died in the gym on Friday or the other day, 2 days ago.
No, what is your rent though? Can you give us that?
My what?
Your rent.
My rent. Oh, okay. Yes. Bitch, I thought you asked for my weight. I was gonna get really offended. Okay.
You know you never asked a woman about their weight, girl.
I was like, who raised her? Okay.
I would never ask my sister that. I would never disrespect my sister like that.
My rant right now. You might get this. I really want to know what you think about this.
Okay.
We are emerging artists. I don't like the word upcoming. I want to call it emerging because we're going somewhere, right?
Right.
I feel we as a people, because we used to be a proper country, we as emerging artists should watch what we say in a public forum about established artists.
Okay.
This might be a bit of a hot take because, you know, opinions and we're Americans and you can say what you want, right? I think you shouldn't. Your freedom should be limited, okay? Because, let me say it like this. And I don't like everybody. Let me be clear. I have a lot of people that are on my hate list. Quite a few. Some of your faves. And I'll tell you if you ask. I'm not afraid. But I'm not unsolicitedly giving critique and opinions on people who have done what I want to do. It's different if you don't care about the music industry and you're going to just build houses or something. I don't know. You can talk shit about artists all day because you are a construction worker. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you are an artist who has not popped yet, maybe you should not be on the Twitters and the Instagrams and the TikToks.
I see a lot of people do that to Nicki.
Well, that's who I'm talking about, girl. I'm so glad you get it. Hate her or love her. Hate her or love her. I don't care how you feel about her. You as an artist who is Linktree in the bio, stream my new project just like I do. You should watch what you say about somebody who has done what you want to do 33,000 times over. Because even the people that I don't like that are technically successful, whether I believe it's organic or not, I keep it to myself, you know, because I'm not that bitch is winning or that guy is winning. Fuck what it looks like to me. To everybody else, they're winning. So I think I look like a lunatic to be sitting here being like, oh, fuck such that she can't really sing or that is a flop. Like I said that earlier, but I was joking. I meant flop with the love with heart emoji earlier. But like right now I'm saying like I'm not gonna call somebody a flop. Jerm. This hits for a lot of y'all, not just me. We have songs sometimes that have 100 streams or less.
Yeah.
You cannot talk about people that have 40,000 streams, 80,000 streams, 5 million streams, even if it's low for them.
Stay in your lane, stop swerving.
We got to stay in our lanes. And I'm saying that to me because I need to hear that too, because the people that are on my hate list, sometimes I be gagging when they don't do that well, like, right? But then again, I've never even touched it. So like, I should shut the fuck up. I just feel like, I know I might sound wrong and strong, but I'm going to stay right there because it's just not cute. Think what you think to yourself, but watch what you say in a public forum. Because now you got they fans that could be your fans looking at you like, what, girl?
What's wrong with this girl?
Don't you want to be an artist?
Right.
Okay. All right, y'all. I just had to get it off my chest and I'm going to calm down. My bad.
Because keyword is, if you want to do the same stuff that these major artists are doing, keep your mouth closed. Put all that energy that you have for this person into the music at everything. Because I see a lot of people that be biting, not necessarily biting the hand that feeds them, but I just see a lot of people just they they aren't mindful, is what I'm trying to say. They don't give a fuck. And then when they get in those spaces and get in those rooms, they want to act all shocked, like, oh, I said that.
When somebody
yes,
don't
bitch,
like
you said
you.
that.
Yeah.
Right. You said that. Like, stand in your shit. Stand in it, because it's out there. But at the same time, like, keep your mouth closed. Put it in the music. Don't nobody want to hear. Honestly, I don't want to hear these artists saying anything. Put that shit in your music.
Yes, man.
Point blank, period.
Clock it, Jerm. No, I really would tell you, that's why I never was very active on Twitter. Like, I created Twitter, and I'm on Twitter for, reasons that I cannot admit on this family show. But I don't get on there and just tell people my every last thought, because what you say can and will be held against you in the court of public opinion. And even on here, I'm going to say some edgy things.
Yeah.
But this is my job. I'm not just doing it willy-nilly. All right?
Right.
Why are you doing that on a platform where you're not being rewarded in any way?
Exactly, yeah. And I've definitely been a person who has been very opinionated on Twitter, and I definitely had to check myself. Yes, I definitely had to check myself before I wrecked myself, because I'm like, I do want to be in this industry, and I don't want to say anything to offend people who I'm going to be in rooms with. So let me shut my mouth up. Let me be quiet if I do have these opinions. Now, it'll be different if they come for me now.
That's different.
Then you're unwaking the beast. But other than that, I'm going to just shut my ass up, sip my tea, and be on my way. Mind my business.
I like how we never talked about this before, but I like how we both think about stuff like that. Because it's easy to just say everything you think, but then again, even the people that I don't like, I don't come out of my mouth just talking about them.
Exactly.
When bad things
look
are
at Azealia Banks. That's a perfect example. She's super talented. But baby does not know how to keep her mouth closed worth a damn, baby. You can give her fucking $1,000, baby. Hey, you can say, Azealia, I'm gonna give you 1,000 if you be quiet for 1 minute. This bitch sees something she don't like, she opening her mouth, she lose the shit. It's like, damn, bitch.
Now she got her rent
it's time for you to go. Exactly.
Now she got to throw a rent party.
Exactly. It's time to go. Goodbye. Your shit on the side of the curb, because you couldn't keep your mouth closed. So I definitely learned so much from her, because I do not want to be that person that's too opinionated, that don't nobody want to hear what the fuck I gotta say, because it's always negative. And I'm not doing shit about my career because I'm focused on everybody else shit. Like, what the fuck?
If you want to do commentary, start a podcast. That's what
that
is for.
That's what she needs to do. Start a podcast, girl.
No, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Okay, so I was just saying Azealia Who, but it would not be Azealia Who if she started a podcast. I love podcasts. Like, oh my God. Me and her would be locked. If she had a podcast, I don't even care who she talk about. A bitch that can not stop talking, put a mic in their face, okay? Like, I want to hear it.
Put a mic in their face. I love that.
They gonna have some funny shit to say. But yeah, Jerm, let's get into the topic though, because you had a really great idea to make this episode about making friends as adults and how difficult it can be.
Yeah, it's hard.
Really, just making friends in general, because I have some questions.
Hard. Yeah.
I have questions that even date back before you were grown, but like, since you've been, let's say 20, how many friends do you think you've made?
Girl, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do not put myself out there to make friends. Like, I don't even make myself available, because I'm always in my own bubble, and I've always been like that since a child. So, and plus I don't speak unless I'm spoken to. So like, if I'm just sitting somewhere chilling, I'm like in my own element. I'm in my own bubble. I'm not even worried about what's going on the outside of me. So like, and I know I need to change that just so I can make myself more available for people. But even then, I don't like being available for people, because I just get so drained easily. And I get overstimulated, and I just like my space, y'all. And it's no hard feelings to the people that that are extroverts and want to be in the crowd and want to make friends and stuff. That's cool, and I applaud people like that. And I wish I was like that. You know what I'm saying? But I also like my space. I also like my me time. It's peaceful. I don't have to worry about a lot of shit. But I have met some cool people along the way. You know what I'm saying? I want to say people like, because I don't want to name drop them, I've met some.
Say how many, girl?
Yeah. Oh, not how many? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm over explaining this shit, y'all. My bad. But as far as how many, I would say no more than 10. I'm 25 now, so no more than
Jerm,
10.
that's a lie.
Really?
That's a lie. I did not expect that. I was
Girl,
now I
it
gotta
be
lie.
no,
Okay.
because there be people out here, they be motherfucking having they dream girl moment. They be out here in the club just, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm not that, you know? So I'm the type of girl that like sit at the park, had a picnic. Oh, hey, you want to see what I'm doing? Oh, I'm just like nibbling in
He's
my
very
little journal.
mindful.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Very demure. But I want to ask the same question to you. How many friends have you made being in your 20s? You know, your 20 something.
Yes. I'm only 24, just so the people know. But you don't ever write that out for the rest of this year or for the
Girl,
next
I
few
can't
months
wait
while
till
I
you hit
can.
25 so you can just stop acting like.
When I tell y'all, when these locks turn gray, y'all.
I can't
I'm
stand this
joking.
girl.
I'm joking. I know 25 is not old. I still feel so young. I feel younger than I
Yes.
was. Like, it's crazy how right now I feel like
Exactly. Yeah.
it's because the mind is almost done forming, bitch. Hold on. I'm
Okay.
almost
Period.
25.
Okay.
The
I
frontal
know that's
lobe,
right. It's
it's like
almost
this much.
there. Oh,
It's
okay.
totally
Period.
different. I be actually thinking now, using my good foot and my good brain.
Mhm.
Okay.
I agree.
So I want to answer your question, Jerm. But first,
Okay.
I do need to respond to the things that you said. And I just want
Okay.
to let everybody know you are telling the truth. When I say y'all, Jerm don't speak unless spoken to. He don't call you unless you call him. And I didn't used to like the bitch because of that. But I've learned to accept him for who he is.
And you know, I'm sorry. You know, a lot of people that I was friends with, they didn't like that quality about me. They found that as me being fake. And it's just me. I've always been a person to stay in my own
I
bubble.
don't
And
call it fake at
no,
all.
it's been people that's called me fake for that. And
Okay.
it's like, oh, my bad. Like, I didn't know
Yeah.
these people had beef with me because of that reason. It's like, damn,
People don't
bitch.
use
Like,
that word right. I feel like what it is,
exactly.
it makes you question. We've known each other for like 30,000 years now, but if
Yeah.
you don't know somebody that
Prehistoric.
like, girl, we are old, okay. But if you like just met somebody a few months ago, and y'all have that type of dynamic where you're the one speaking to them, and then weeks go by, and then you be like, hey, bitch, you still like that feels uncomfortable because you don't really know them like that, and you think I like Brad. Does Brad not like me? It makes you think
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I thought that like a long time ago, but at this point, girl, you're my good sister. So I don't really,
Yeah.
I can go a week without talking to you and just be like, oh, that's just how he is. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But a lot of times, we all got to learn to stop doing this, making things about you. Because like Jerm just said, it has nothing to do with the person specifically. It's all about him. But the other person that don't know him that well is like, did my breath stink when I ran into him? Like, why doesn't he want to talk to me? You know, like they're making it about them.
No, baby, your breath didn't stink. I just, you know, I'm in my own world right now. I got a project right now called "In My Own World" because, bitch, I be in a bubble every day. Like, y'all ever seen those commercials when the bitches be walking down in the city with with their heels on, click clack, and they got their headphones in with their Motorola, and they, they switch the Motorola to the music side, and they just walking, enjoying their time with their dress flowing. That's me, bitch. Like.
Yeah. And if
I know
she's
what's
black,
going.
she has a nasty high pony. It's giving very, hey, Connie.
I'm finna go see your man. You know what I'm saying?
Go holler at that Negro. Yo, I see the vision, Jerm.
Yes.
You really have to stop personalizing things in general, but I'm gonna get into that later because I have a question for you as well. But to answer your question, I feel like since 20, I'll say in the last 4 years, I've made a lot of friends, actually. I want to say at least like good friends, maybe like 8, 7, maybe.
Okay.
But they don't stay around for a long time. Like I'm really great at getting close to people. I don't know why. I'm very Drew Barrymore in that way. You know how she be all up in people's face on her show?
Yeah, be touching on them. I'll be like, girl.
I'm not like giving like assault or anything, but I definitely get really close with people. If we have like a couple of good ass conversations, I would just tell you my business on like not on recorded lines, of course, but just like in a regular conversation, like I'd be like, yeah. And then this one time when I was 8, my mom, like, like I just get into my tea.
Okay.
So and then like they start telling me their business and we get really close. But out of all of those, I want to say like only, let's be real, girl, only like 3 have been like long-standing friends. And hold on, 4 of them have been long-standing friends. Okay, because I have some friends that I don't talk to a lot, just like how me and you had not always spoken like every single week before.
Yeah.
I have friends like that. Like one of my friends, she told me like she said this like back in February. We're gonna hang out in the springtime once it gets hot outside. Nobody has ever said that to me. I was like, girl, in 3 months, like what? Okay,
right.
she was just giving me a heads up, like,
okay,
because she likes to go to those what are those things called? Like a little patio type restaurant.
Oh, okay.
I'm not used to somebody making plans with me that well in advance, and I don't really speak to her regularly, but when we go to that lunch, girl, we're gonna have a good time. Okay.
Right. It's like a little love and hip hop day.
And
you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be so much. I said, oh, by then it's gonna be so much for us to talk about because so much has happened in these last several months. Yeah. So I actually, and I really do attribute that to you. I was able to understand that it's not about me, and I can have friends like that because before I would do the whole "I don't think Brad likes me" thing that I was talking about earlier. So because of you, I'm able to have other friends that I don't see a lot, and it's like not a big ass deal. So I gotta count those people. But I was gonna say 4, but it's really 3 because I recently had another fallout. But
why
we're
do
not
we?
sad. We're not sad.
Oh,
when I tell you, Bryce is a holder onder. If you have not noticed, like I be begging and pleading. Well, I don't do that anymore. But in my songs, I used to. In my early songs, I remember I used to beg and plead. Love me, love me.
Your knees,
please,
girl.
won't you love me?
Like, please, give me some more, sir.
Give me. Okay. But yeah, I don't really do that anymore because I don't like personally feel like that in my life at this point. But it's still the same energy when it comes to like trying to maintain relationships. I don't have an argument with somebody and then be like, all right, bye, dismissed.
Right.
Even like I be acting like you would think just because the way I talk that's how I am. But I really do want to talk it out. Like I want to be like, okay, what's the issue? Let's talk about it. What do you think? What do I think? And I would rather have a conversation with somebody who is coherent so that we
mature.
Can just really get down to whatever the issue is and be like, okay, I feel like this, you feel like that, and settle it. But a lot of times it turns into arguments because people are defensive and they feel like they're being attacked. And things get emotional when people are defending themselves. And it's just like, girl, we could just be having a conversation. So my point is, I go through those conversations quite a few times before we get to the end of a friendship. I'm just trying to tell you what I think. I'm trying to tell you how that made me feel, or I'm trying to tell you how you're coming across.
So it's like a slow burn until things like
once it's finally done. Jerm, once it's finally done, I have no reason to be like, oh, I miss you because, girl, I tried. Like, what?
Yeah.
What, I supposed to just lay down and let you roll all over me?
Right. And just step all over me and shit on me? No, girl, that's not how people work.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. People don't play with me like that. So it's not shit on me. It's be stupid. Like, I know what you're doing. People think that I don't be onto their tea.
Okay.
So they don't be trying me in the way of like trying to take advantage of me, but they be thinking that I don't know what they do. I pay attention to a lot of, I guess you can call it social cues. I don't know what you want to call it, but when we're having conversation, how you react to the things that I say, behavior patterns. That's the word. I pay attention to a lot of behavioral patterns, and I am not a confrontational person, but I'm great at being confrontational. If that makes sense to any of y'all, I don't identify as confrontational. I'm just really good at it. So I'm going to call it out. And I'm like, hey, every time, Jerm, when I say that you should not be shouting at me, you make it a me thing and you turn it on me. Or like every time I call out something to you, you make it about me, and it's completely to disregard what we're actually talking about.
Right. Okay.
You could own that and be like, yeah, I do that to you because you know you do that to me, right? Or you could be a weak ass bitch and say
and be narcissistic and say,
why are you saying that about me? Like, I thought we was good. Like, okay, so we're not going to talk about the actual issue.
Oh.
So I said all that to say that's kind of why I fell out with the most recent one. But I mean, God bless you and all that. But do I really regret speaking up about not liking the way things were headed?
Right.
Well, I'm supposed to
No.
just sit there and act like it don't bother me.
Right, because if you took the pickle juice, you'll be
I be
drinking
sitting
pickle
here
juice right
drinking
now.
pickle juice. I used to feel bad about that. I didn't want to tell people I be falling out with friends because I thought it like looked bad for
Yeah,
like the brand.
the bread. He is crazy,
But
y'all.
honestly, life happens. Just like somebody who can't keep a man. Maybe the man
Oh,
wasn't worth keeping.
maybe it's had enough. Maybe it's really rough, broken pussy. Hey!
Hold on. Jerm, why did me saying that trigger that thought? That's what I would like to know. But yeah. So sometimes the friend's not worth keeping, so it's not worth me crying over. But I get it. Like I have had like a fallout with a friend that I really do feel like, damn, that was my dog for real. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss her or whatever. And that one I did make up with, so we're not like beefing. We weren't never really beefing. It was me just mad at her. But the one that I actually like missed for real, we got back cool because it wasn't like it
wasn't that deep.
It was deep, but it was more so just like a young and not what I don't want to say clueless, but like it was like a young and what is the thing that young people be? I don't want to call them stupid. Shout out to the youngs, but
incoherent.
Like it's like we're not aware of what we're doing. Have you ever had a friend that you don't treat them the best, but you're not doing it because you're a dickhead? You're doing it just because you're in your own head. Well, of course you know what I mean. Oh my god, of course I forgot who I was talking to. Think of situations where you have hurt somebody, but it wasn't because you were intending to hurt them. You just weren't considerate. That's the word. I don't know why it took me so long.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm usually faster. I'm usually faster with my words. So she was just like a little inconsiderate, but she had a lot going on in her life too. And so you get over stuff like that. Right. Because it didn't feel like she was like the other lady that was literally trying to play with my brain and act like I'm not as intelligent as I am. It's like, girl, I see you. Okay. Stop playing with me.
Right.
So yeah, those I'd just be like, all right, bye.
Right.
She was yapping too much one day, and I was like,
it was just too much. Like, girl, you gotta go. Null and void.
But what I said, I'm gonna block you.
Yeah.
I didn't block her though, but me saying that really pissed her off.
No, I remember.
Shout out to you if you watching.
But I was gonna say, I remember there was a time where there was somebody who had beef with me, and I didn't know because of some situation that I told them that was involving them, and I was just letting them know that their name was being brought up in a situation, and I guess they felt, and I guess they felt offended when I brought this information up to them, and they had secret beef with me the whole time. And throughout this time, me and this person was hanging out. We was doing all this stuff. And I didn't notice, I didn't really notice at first, but I did notice that they were saying like mean stuff, like slick remarks, or saying just things that you wouldn't really find okay. Just like some slick shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we could be at the bar eating pizza, and I'm like, damn, this pizza really good as fuck. And then here they come. Yeah, I guess the pizza good, but your motherfucking ass still doing yada 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 and saying all this shit. I'm like, well, damn, hold on, girl, slow your roll. What's the issue? And so they didn't really tell me the issue until I guess it filled up in their head and it came to a boiling point. So they came to me saying like, I felt some type of way about, how you brought this information up to me. And I was being apologetic, listening to what they're saying. And I'm like, girl, you could talk to me. You could, if you feel this way, say what you gotta say, It don't gotta be this big thing. Like we ain't gotta have beef about it,
Communicate.
Communicate with me. And so we communicated. I'm thinking water was under the bridge, girl. No. Long story short, this person was talking to another person who we had a mutual friend with, and that person that he was talking to came back to me and said, "Oh, they got a problem with you. They really got a problem with you." And I'm like, okay, well, if they have a problem with me, why did we have the conversation a while back about that incident? And why are they still talking about it to other people? That's what I don't get. And so once I found all that information out, I took it upon myself to say, well, if you feel this way, if you don't like me the way you say you do, how about I just do us both a favor and sever this friendship? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so basically I texted them and I said, hey, I understand you feel this way, and you know, I can't tell you how to feel, but in my opinion, I feel like we shouldn't be friends if you don't like me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wish you the best. I love you, but you know, if you say these things about me, I don't want to be your friend.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, and I blocked them.
I mean, it's still. I don't care if you blocked them. It's nice that you delivered. When I tell you, when I'm over you, I don't give it to you.
I just knew that person was going to be combative. That's why I blocked them. I knew they were in their Taurus era. So I was just like, girl, let me just block. Yeah. But
that is so nice that you even had. I'm talking about like saying I still love you, all that. When I tell you, when I'm done with you, babe, you get a monotone, dead inside mother. All right, girl. Well,
the old me's dead and gone, dead and gone.
I've been going on this road too long. I don't know who that was that I just channeled, but because this is that Jamie Foxx,
BB Davis. That's who you channeled.
That wasn't Jamie Foxx.
No, that was Justin Timberlake. Jamie Foxx.
That's Justin Timberlake.
Yes, you thought that was Jamie Foxx?
I hear a black man in my head. You can't tell me a black man didn't sing that song.
I mean, he was, you know, no shade to Miss
biracial.
Timberlake. No shade. But he
Justin
was
Timberlake used to be biracial. When back in my day.
Yeah.
Back in my day, Justin was biracial.
Yeah, with the cornrows, okay? Gonna have you naked by the end of this song.
Like, stop. Okay. Only the old bitch is gonna get that one, Jerm.
Yep. Wow.
That's crazy.
That's so fucking funny that we even ran into that. That's hilarious. Okay. But
Jerm, we are fucking stupid. We can't stay on topic for nothing.
I'm so
sorry.
Nothing. We are so sorry, y'all. We hope y'all are gagging as much as we are, because this shit
for
is so much tea. Whoa.
So we kind of already got into a little bit of some messy situations, but I was really gonna get messier.
Okay.
And ask you what your messiest friendship fallout was, without giving too many details, because we don't need to make these people important.
Y'all finna get girl. Okay. I'm gonna try not to give as much detail because I still, you know, I'm a person that gives grace to people even though I don't fuck with them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just the empath in me. So I will say, I don't have necessary beef with this person, but I don't fuck with them at all, and I will never fuck with them. I'm just saying that in the most honest way possible.
That was so hilarious. Okay, go ahead.
But it's just like, me and this person, we've been friends. We were friends for a long time. Like, I'm talking about 6th grade. Like, I'm talking about we've been through everything together, girl. And for this,
not I just clocked the T. My bad.
Yeah, you clocked the T. And for this person to for this person to turn on me the way that they did was mind-boggling to me. Like, it took me a couple years to get over it because I was like, damn, what the fuck did I do? But then I thought back on that day when we got into that argument on how they were like, you wasn't there for me, you wasn't doing this or that, you wasn't coming around. And mind y'all, back when we first said at the beginning of the episode, I'm not the type of person to, like, I care about people. I love, like, when I'm your friend, I love you down. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man. I got my own job. I got my own shit that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I can't always, you know, it's not like I got kids. So I'm not gonna always come home and be like, okay, let me see if the kid's ready. Y'all getting ready for bed? Okay, do I need to cook for y'all? Are y'all okay? Like, do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Like, oh my God, like, girl, like, I don't need to be up your ass 24/7 is what I'm saying. Like, a bitch I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I guess that.
Can we take a moment? Can we take a moment for you making it clear that you are not these hoes' mommy?
Exactly.
Why did you need to tell us? Y'all bitches got mommy issues.
No, Jerm, for real.
You're so Nicki coded. You're so
I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna be there for you if you need me. I'm gonna be there 10 toes down. But like, bitch, like,
I didn't birth you, bitches, for real.
Exactly. Like, like, word to Nicki, these bitches is not my sons. Okay. Okay?
Let us know.
But this person made it clear that I wasn't being there for them. And mind you, I was going through a lot of shit at the time. So like I couldn't just put down what I was doing and catering to this person's needs. You know what I'm saying? And they were a Libra. And you know what I'm saying? Libras, they get too in their head to where they feel like everything is about them. Everything in the world revolves around them. And when they get into that motherfucking mode, bitch, I check out. Because not everything is about you. And I be having to tell myself the same thing. But I'm sorry, I'm getting off track, y'all.
No, I'm following.
Back to what I'm saying, this person really wanted me to be there for them in a time where I guess they were going through a lot, but I was going through a lot as well. Though I was trying to be as transparent as I was trying to be communicate with them. I can't say the word, y'all.
I know that's right.
I was trying to communicate with them as much as I can, the best way I could. But every time I would try to communicate or send them a funny video, give them uplifting words, I would get left with a dry reply. Like, I'd be like, damn, what's wrong with this bitch? Like, is what I'm doing not enough for you? Like, I'm trying to reach out to you, girl, and you just not receiving it. And so when this person finally hit a breaking point, they went on Instagram writing something that was very, I felt, in my opinion, not necessarily shady, but very stupid. It was a suicide letter. Like, my thing is, no shade. Look, I'm gonna be as blunt as possible, and you can be mad at me all you motherfucking want to. I don't care. But my thing is, if you're gonna write a suicide note, make sure you go through with that shit and don't do it for fucking attention. Because when I tell you this bitch was doing that shit for fucking attention, okay? I didn't realize it at the time, but that bitch was doing it for the fucking attention. Writing a whole suicide note. I'm bawling reading this shit. I'm crying, okay? I was giving this bitch my tears, all right? You know it's serious when I'm giving a bitch my tears. And so I'm sitting here and I'm crying reading the message, the Instagram notes. I'm reading this bitch. I'm crying down. I'm calling them. I immediately text. I'm like, hey, are you okay? What's going on? I'm getting nothing. I'm calling. I'm getting nothing. I'm getting sent straight to voicemail. I finally get this person to answer. No, I text the person's significant other. Hey, what's going on with so-and-so? I read this message, like, I'm bawling. Like, I'm like, what's going on with my girl? What's going on? Bitch, tell me why the significant other gonna text me back. I don't know why you hitting my phone worrying about them when you don't even care. You don't even hit this person up. Like, why the fuck do you even care? Get the fuck up off my phone, you bitch. Just saying all types of shit. If you was here right now, I'd slap the shit out you. Threatening me. And you know, I'm a Gemini, bitch. I don't take threats seriously. I mean, I take them seriously. Excuse me.
You take.
I don't take them kindly. I don't take them too kindly. Okay.
Did you need a ride? Why you didn't ask me?
Exactly.
We could have went over there.
Somebody trying
to slap you? Oh my god.
Exactly. I'm like, wow. I'm worrying about my friend's situation, my friend's well-being, and I'm threatening. People are threatening to slap me. Like that was going to. But the person's significant other, yes, they threatened to slap me. And so I'm just like, whoa, like what the, I'm confused. You know, like I said, I be in my own world. I don't be beefing with nobody. I don't be in people's tea for them to be threatening me like this. So I'm just like, okay. I'm asking her, I'm like, what's going on? She blocks me. Well, no, she didn't block me. She kept going off on me. And so at this point, I meet her where she's at. And I'm like, bitch, I swear to God, if you think about laying a hand on me, baby, just know your ass is gonna be on the ground. I don't play that shit. Don't put your hands on me, point blank, period. And so I finally get a hold of my friend at the time, and she's crying, and she says, yes, bro, like, I can't do this. And, you know, I'm asking her, I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's the issue? Like, you know, tell me. She's like, I dropped out of school. You know, I want to get back into school. I want to do all of this stuff. And I just feel like my life isn't the way I want it to be. It isn't where I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I said the same thing twice. But
I get what you're saying. What they got to do with Jerm is what I want.
Exactly. But I was just like, me being the good friend that I thought that I was being, I said, okay, if you want to get back into school, she said that she lost her job. I said, if you want to put in some applications. Let me get my book back together. Let me roll up some weed. We can have a conversation. We can sit at the park and we can look something up. We can get you back into school. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be that proactive friend that I thought I was being. So long story short, bitch, I get over there. This bitch hits my phone saying, I don't want you coming over anymore. I said, whoa, what's going on? Mind you, at the time, I had a truck back then, and it was breaking down, so I couldn't take my truck. I took an Uber. I spent money over there to go see this bitch. So, I'm like, I'm texting her. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why don't you want me to come over? She's like, well, you and my significant other is getting into it, and you saying that you gonna beat her ass and kill her and all of this shit. I said, first of all,
did you say that?
Huh? I did.
You said you was gonna kill it.
I did say that, cause bitch, why you threatening me? I said, if you put your hands on me, bitch, I'ma kill you. Like,
you put your hands on certain people, you gonna die. Okay.
No, for real. Like, I'm not necessarily gonna kill you, but like, you know me.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I know what you mean. I felt emasculated. Like, don't threaten to do something if you really not gonna be about it. So, and back then I was, for real. Back then I was crashing out. I'm calmed down now. I'm a little chill, but back then I was crashing the fuck out. Okay. So, I'm like getting into it with so-and-so. They started with me. Like, they threatened to slap me. That's why I said this. And she was like, no, I don't want you coming over. You're toxic. I said, toxic? I said, hold up. I said, I feel like there's a lot of blame game going on here. I said, I feel like you blaming me for all the shit that's going on for your situation. And that's what was going on. She then proceeds to say, you don't ever come around. You don't ever do this for me. Okay, so it was an instant where she threw me like some birthday party at her house with some stale hot dogs that was in her fucking freezer, making chili dogs that were fucking stale. The cake, at least the cake was good. I ain't gonna lie, the cake was good.
Not you ready to hate on the cake. You was ready to hate on the cake.
I didn't even take it home. I didn't take it home. I took me a piece home. I said, for y'all, I said, thank y'all so much. I let them keep the cake. You know what I'm saying? I'm the birthday bitch. But I let y'all keep the cake. Y'all spent y'all hard-earned money. I said, bitch, y'all keep it. Y'all eat it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Feed the kids. Feed the hungry. So this bitch said she throwing all this shit in my face. She throwing all my business in my face through text, by the way. And I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? So finally I get over there. Her and her girlfriend decide that since, I'm sorry, I kind of outed their
we figured, yeah.
Yeah.
Lesbians.
So, and one of them was like,
shout out to the lesbians.
One of them was a stud, so she thought she could get out there with me.
That's the one who threatened you, girl. We put it all together.
Yes, that I don't understand why. I love my studs. Y'all are
Jerm, keep
beautiful.
Going. Tell the story.
Okay, I'm sorry, because I was gonna go to attention.
We don't need that. We don't need that.
But she felt like she can get out there with me, so she ends up pulling out a gun, right? Yes, girl. This ain't been the first time. This ain't been the first time somebody tried to pull a gun out on your boy.
I know you was in the south of Dallas now.
Bitch. Bitch, I was in DeSoto. I was in DeSoto, bitch.
The south, what did I say? The south of Dallas. You know, Bryce don't go down there no more. I don't go below nobody's downtown. I'm sorry.
You in the gated community. Okay? You in the gated community. Okay? You don't
gated. Not the gay community, the gated community.
Okay, I know. So this girl decides to pull out a gun because she felt like, well, damn, since I can't physically do nothing to him or fight him, I'm going to use my weapon. And mind you, I was over there for my friend who threatened to off herself. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only reason why you even
That's the only reason why I'm over there. That's the only thing I care about. I'm not worried about Boo Boo Kitty over here with her damn strapless, her strapping her pants and her bra and shit, trying to be masculine.
She had on a 50 Cent vest, bitch.
A 50 Cent vest with a damn do-rag, giving Cleo from Set It Off.
Man, Many men.
Bitch, that's the permit.
I don't cry no more.
Hey! Like, I'm like, whoa, Cleo, calm down. I'm here for my friend. I'm not here for you, bitch. This bitch was like, you know what I'm saying? She had the gun. She was ready to off me. You know what I'm saying? This ain't my first time running, brushes with death. But it was just like, damn, like what the, and me thinking like, what did I do to deserve this? I get it. I wasn't there for you, but did I really deserve your girlfriend pointing a gun in my face? You know what I'm saying? When I came over here, when I came over here trying to be proactive in your life, I'm putting everything that I'm going through on the back burner for your ass. But yeah, I'm not a good friend. Okay, bet. So, the police gets called. I told her, I said, you know what? I said, I want you to remember this moment. I said, when this bitch turned against you, because this bitch was very problematic, okay?
Yeah, of course they always. The girlfriend, boyfriend is always terrible.
Exactly. I said, I knew what kind of situation she was in. I said, when this bitch turned on you, I don't want you calling me saying, oh, I was just playing. I was just doing it. Tell me why this bitch, 3 years later, decides to, oh, Jerm, I miss you so much. I miss you, bro.
No, you don't.
Baby, I said, okay. The fuck? I would miss me too.
I know that's right.
And so she was like, basically, she talking about some, I don't even want to say this person's name. This girl, she made me do all of this, and she made me do this. She made me, girl, you are a grown woman. Can't nobody make you do something you don't want to. Right.
She tried to make the dyke R. Kelly.
Yes. Baby, you weren't trapped in the closet. You willingly walked in that bitch.
Shout out to the people. But people acting, okay, never mind. Go ahead. She wanted you to believe that she got trafficked.
Exactly. When she willingly took the abuse, like, girl, I didn't even tell y'all, this girl let her girlfriend disrespect my sister because my sister ended up going to some function that they were throwing.
I think I know this story.
Yeah, disrespecting my little sister, and you expect for me to take you back as a friend, and you threw my business back in my face when all I did was try to go out of my way and care about you. And now
why do people do that?
Exactly.
I hate somebody telling me what happened in my life. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
Who are we talking to, girl? Is there an audience? Why are you repeating what happened? I'm sorry.
Was I not there? Exactly. Did it not happen to me?
Because then you said, bitch, I know what I said. The fuck?
Exactly. I know what I said, bitch. That's why. Excuse you?
I hate her. And then you said, asshole.
Because I'm going to stand in it every time. Yes, bitch, I did say that. But what gave you the right to repeat that shit? Nah, you fucked up. And now you thought you could come back around. You thought I was the same bitch that forgives and be like, oh, bitch, it's okay. I'm not going to fault you. Nah, bitch. I'm keeping everything you did. We too grown for this shit. Fuck you. And that's why I left it at that. And now she's sitting somewhere in a room, in a quiet, dark room crying. Bitch, go cry in the car. Okay?
Looking at the home cooked Jamil page.
Exactly. No, she can't even look at it, baby. She got to look at it from another page because I blocked her.
Burner.
Yeah.
Did you block all the accounts that this user make here?
I sure did. And she tried to hit me up she hit me up on my spam page. That's how you know this bitch was trying to find me.
You are a mess.
This bitch ended up going on my TikTok and she ended up lurking my page. And TikTok be telling on people.
Messy. So why do they do that?
Yeah. And so I
didn't know that at first, Jerm. I didn't snooped on a few different people. Then I was like, wait, they showing me the people looking at my page? Yes. That means that people can see I'm looking at that page.
Yes. That's why I don't even bother, bitch. I don't even bother going on people's pages on TikTok.
I gotta get up off that.
But yeah, I'm just like, girl, you've been looking for me. You've been trying to find access to me that I cut off from you. Yeah. And I definitely severed. Once she found access to me, I severed that shit fast and quick. Because, girl, that's right. You will not be in my adult life causing havoc, baby. I need peace. I need tranquility, okay?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, baby, I done been through the ringer with friends. And that's why when people see me by myself, I don't give a fuck, baby. I'm cool by myself. I'm chilling. I'm drinking a Mai Tai. I'm drinking a mimosa. I'm drinking a what's the drink that I always get when I go to the bar? No, not a mojito. It's a iced tea something.
A Long Island iced tea.
A Long Island iced tea, baby. Those get me right every time, okay?
You a hood bitch, ain't you?
A hood bitch. Stop playing.
I like a nice little mojito like a lady. Okay.
I like a lady. But yes, bitch, I done went through the ringer. And I know, Bryce, you probably been through the ringer too. With like friendships
honestly,
and shit.
I always say this, but people don't try me like they try you, Jerm. I have no story that would ever compare to that.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm too nice. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I do get mean, people want to be like, oh, he crazy. Something wrong with him. Nah, bitch. No, I'm not crazy. You brought the shit out because you want to step on my fucking toes. Like, no. I be too nice to people.
Yeah, if y'all can't tell, I give crazy on surface, but I'm really calm inside.
I'm a wolf, you see me coming.
Okay, bitch. So people already think that I'm gonna give them all of that, so they don't come at me. Like I have terrible stories to tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all one of them. I'm trying to think which one, but it's not gonna be that crazy because it don't ever get to that. People try, like Jerm tells me some stuff that he ain't gonna tell y'all, and people be trying him in a way that I be like, oh, I wish a motherfucker would. Okay, girl, picture me doing time. Okay,
girl. I'm trying not to do time. I'm trying not to. That's why I take the high road every time. Because I really
respect you though, because the stories that you have told me, if I was in your shoes, girl, we would be doing this from the JPEG. You have reached a caller. Is that what it's called?
Not the jail call, bitch.
Jerm, we're gonna be doing it. Anytime you need a friend from the cell,
cell, bitch. Oh my god, you gonna be like
all that.
You're gonna be like sitting back, reminiscing how I used to get down and dirty with you.
I don't want that to be my life. So a lot of times when I am in a conflict with somebody recently, in like the last couple of years, I've been trying not to get so raw because I'm always raw anyway. I try to give a different side of me and pull it all the way back. So I want to say like the most recent one that is really crazy. The one that I was just talking about that I had a recent fallout, that's not too crazy. It's just a girl that didn't want to be accountable. And shout out to women who can be accountable. Not everybody can be. But I love an accountable woman. Like, oh my God. It's like even better than an accountable man because men suck. Like I hold women to such a standard. Like I respect y'all so much. And it's just like, all I ask is that you be a real bitch. That's all you gotta be.
Respect yourself and be a real bitch.
You don't gotta be perfect. Just be a real bitch.
Be a real bitch.
You're already the better gender anyway.
Exactly.
You just be a real bitch.
Come on now. You can take the pain freely, okay? You can take the shit freely. You can get effed in the street, bitch. I gotta do it in secret. I'm sorry.
Girl, I don't know why you went there. I was just gonna shout out my older sister.
You said, girl,
me and her, she's a Gemini just like Jerm. Me and her disagree on things often, but I respect her because at the end of the day, she's a real bitch.
Right.
Good, bad, indifferent. That's a real bitch right there. So when I make friends, like with women specifically, I try to seek the real bitches in the room, you know? And I go wrong sometimes. But shout out to her. She gonna grow up. I'm sure it's gonna be a situation like that where she'll grow up later and be like, hey, Bryce. And I'm not that mad, so who knows?
Right.
I don't know. You never know with me. I like to just do stuff to see what's gonna happen sometimes. But
you know what? I was about to say something, but I'm gonna let you finish your thought.
I was gonna tell y'all, this is messy for real. Y'all ready? This is some real mess. So my messiest friendship fallout is literally over. I'm gonna give y'all 3 key topics: a bucket of chicken, $5, and I believe $14.75. Girl, a bucket of chicken, a $5 bill.
Bitch, are we 3 LW? I'm getting a little tired of you.
Why did they throw that chicken at Nasari?
No, did somebody throw a bucket of chicken at you or something? What's going on? The bucket of chicken, like, really? I know we black, but is it really that serious though? Okay,
y'all. I said a bucket of chicken because Jerm knew what I was referencing.
A 10-piece? A 10-piece. Baby, did we get the sides?
It's not a bucket of chicken. It's a rotisserie chicken, but they put it in those little containers. That's why I said bucket. Because bucket just is way more salacious, you know?
Yeah. Adds a little
But it
more
was,
sauce to the meat. Yeah.
yeah, it was a rotisserie chicken. But
Okay.
it was one of those cases where a friend is penny nickel diming you and looking to make sure that y'all are both putting in the same amount of effort and money. And it's just like, girl, I don't like all that pocket watching shit because you really don't know how down bad a motherfucker might be at any point in time. One thing I always stand by, God has blessed me to where there are times where I am abundant in so many different ways. Right now, we're going to talk about money. There are times where I am like, what you need, girl? I've taken people down to the Ross to get new pants because I'm tired of seeing them. You know the men, shout out to the men that wear their pajamas outside. Shout out to the men that wear their pajamas outside.
I can't stand him, y'all.
I am the type to be like, baby, let's go get you some sweatpants because these flannels, I can't take it.
No, because I'm the flannel bitch. Bitch, are you coming for me? Are you coming for me? Because I'm the flannel girl.
I've never seen you wear flannels outside. You always have pants on when I see you.
Oh, I thought you meant like flannel, like the shirt flannel.
No, the flannel.
Flannel pajama pants?
Yes.
Oh, girl.
The men's wear it outside.
No, what? I mean, I ain't.
And I've said a couple of times, baby, let's go get you some sweatpants. You said what?
I ain't mad at it. I said I ain't mad at it because sometimes they be poking back there. I'd be like, okay.
That's not the point. Oh my God, can we not be gay for 10 minutes? Oh my God. That's not the point. The point is, even if you want to wear loose pants, why don't you have some that look like outside pants?
Yeah, right.
It's I'm not even trying to be shady. It's usually because you don't have any other like loose pants. So those are the only things that don't feel like jeans to you. And that's sad. Like, let's go to Ross, girl.
I already got to take y'all down to the swap meet and get y'all a pair of pants, baby. Whew.
But my point, I just said that as an example because even for my friends, that's how I am. If I see that you need something, I'm going to tell you about it and be like, girl, hey, did you know that you can do da-da-da-da? Hey, you should try this because you always complaining about that. You know, I am just that person. I'm not just going to sit there and watch you struggle. Well, I started doing it recently. Once I realized I'm done with you, I just stopped talking and just start smiling and nodding. That's how you know I don't care about you. If I just smile and nod at your problems versus being like, hold on, girl, let's get on Google and figure out when I actually like you, I actually care about you, girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what can we do about this issue?
You are like
text me about something, and I go to Google, like, let's find out. All right, this
he will in a heartbeat.
So, but you do that to a certain type of person, and they want to talk back. I don't like all that. But hold on, girl, you came to me with a problem. Why am I getting so? What Candy said? Why am I getting so much backlash?
You were unclear.
But I keep wanting to talk about that, girl. I don't even want to give y'all that. I want to give y'all the real tea. So the real tea with the bucket of chicken and the $5 and the $14.75. Y'all, I was supposed to do a project with somebody. Do I want to tell y'all the tea? I'll tell y'all the tea. Before I convinced my good girlfriend Jerm to join this production, I was going to do it with another one of my good friends because if I'm being honest with y'all, I didn't think Jerm wanted to do it.
I mean,
I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to get a no. Me and him have come so far in our friendship that I really did not want to be mad because the bitch told me no. So I didn't even ask. Okay.
I mean, I tell you yes all the time. Like, damn.
But you be saying yes to like doing features, and I know you love music. I just didn't think that you would want to sit here and give the girls all of this entertainment that you're giving them. Like, you are really on fire right now. But so the real tea, the real tea, y'all. I didn't want to bother Jerm in his busy life. I said I want to do a podcast, and I have a friend that I would FaceTime with often, and we would just be sitting there yapping. We might as well start recording this thing. That's what I thought. I will say this whole experience taught me so much. And the reason why I was able to finally have the nerve to ask Jerm to join is because I did it by myself for a little bit. I didn't post it or nothing, so nobody will ever hear it. But I recorded some stuff by myself and got comfortable with my own voice. So I appreciate that I did not go through with the original plan because I was going to be like basically relying on somebody else to like cover my back or whatever. I feel like me and you are just putting in a good energy either way. Yeah. And we have
a good dynamic.
Interesting things to really contribute.
Okay.
I'll show you. I'd rather have somebody like you with your completely different point of view and like life experiences to pull from than somebody that is just like a psychic. No shade. That's no shade. But it very much gave, girl, I am David Ruffin, okay? I don't like that. Like, okay, so this is a really strange thing about me.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis? Ain't nobody coming to see you?
This is a very strange thing about me that is different from a lot of people. You know how a lot of people don't want to be the Kelly Rowland?
Right.
I love Kelly, bitch. Kelly's life is lit. I let Jerm be Beyonce. He's the lead singer of the motherfucking situation.
And vice versa. I'll let Bryce be Beyonce and I can be Kelly. I don't mind sitting back in the cut and chilling. As long as
I said, I know you don't feel like that. I'm saying, I said that to say,
but I get what you're saying.
We don't have no secret competition. That's what I'm really saying. But even on top of that, I actually respect you, so I want to see you do your big one.
Mm-hmm.
I like somebody who can carry on their own, babe. I don't like to be the one carrying the show.
Okay.
Because then it's like, bitch, all this pressure is on me.
Right.
If y'all didn't just realize Jerm told y'all a good ass story and I was over here gagging, I didn't have much to contribute. I like that versus holding the baby hand. I don't know why I just had to give all y'all, just tell y'all this little bitty story. But basically, the person I was going to do the show with, I felt like it was my show and I had like a little guest star in the back corner. I'm doing all of the work. When I tell y'all, Jerm will tell me what he wants to talk about. Like, this was all his idea. He has ideas. Even though I brought this idea to him, he be giving me ideas about how to actually do the thing on camera. I really appreciate that versus somebody who just shows up and waits for their lines. No shade. And I'm going to keep saying no shade because it's all shade.
Woo! It's a shady pod, right? This is the most shadiest pod right now, y'all. So I hope y'all
literally is. But I gotta give it to y'all like this just in case I am on record. In case you see this, babe, I want you to hear it from the horse. Oh. Let me hear you neigh.
I'm living. Okay.
Jerm. So, long story short, you know, even when we started, we rebranded, gave it a different name, and we started our own production process before we actually got started. You know, there's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah.
I was doing that and talking to my friend at the time about what was going on. And you know, I'm a worker bee. I have no problem putting the ideas together. We got to do that in our careers anyway.
Yeah.
I have no problem doing that. But when I'm talking to you about it, I need you to seem alive and interested. So I used to be talking to that girl about doing this show that the girl said they was going to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed excited to do it. And I was like, I'm not a type of person that just wants you to do it, even if I think you don't really want to do it. I'm just glad you're here. I'm very much like, do you really want to do this? So I've asked you that, Jerm. Do you really want to do this shit? Because I don't want you to do it if you don't really want to do it. Please, just let me know if you don't want to do it.
Now you coming for me now, y'all.
No, but you said yes. I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
I just want you to know, like, I'm consistent on the way that I handle people. Mm-hmm. So with that person, I said, are you sure you want to do this before we actually get started?
Right.
I've had friends let me down on other stuff that has nothing to do with this, but like, y'all finna move in together, and then all of a sudden they never bring it up again. It's just like, girl, but like, no, I'm just saying, like, people make plans like that. Y'all going on a trip, like, people make plans with their friends, and then the one friend don't ever follow through. Yeah. You know, I've seen that happen on smaller scales. So I didn't want to start something like an entire show with somebody else, and then you got to do it on some, hey, y'all, it's just me. First episode by myself. Right. That's just awkward. I don't want to do that for real. So
y'all.
Both people invested in the situation. Mm-hmm. So I just felt underlying weirdness for a couple of, maybe not a couple months, maybe like 3 weeks. Let's say that.
Yeah.
And it was just like always feeling like I'm talking to my fucking self in so many ways. And I would say that I'm very straightforward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, outside of the podcast, we ain't even talking about the podcast no more. I would just be talking to this person on some friend shit and be like, hey, are you paying attention? Yeah, I'm paying attention. It's like, girl, it seems like you're dead. Okay. I used to just say that straightforward. So we get to a point to where last year, 2024, was a very hard year for Bryce. I'm going to be real with y'all. slid through on my. I don't need. What is it? Don't cry for me, Argentina. Okay. But hold on, that was nice though, Jerm. But I'm saying like mentally because financially. Does that make sense? It was a hard year mentally because financially.
Yeah.
I had to work way harder than I was used to working, and I was already a hard worker, if that makes sense. So every dollar in, every dollar out counts. And I had to be super careful about what I was doing just so I could pay the bills and not be in the dark. Imagine if I could turn the light off right now just for dramatic effect. But
No, that would be
I wish this was a light switch so I could be like in the dark. But so we were having a conversation on the FaceTime one day, and I go to Sam's Club. My mom pays for my Sam's Club membership, thank God. I get my things in bulk. I save a lot of money. I save a lot on gas too.
Okay,
Sam's Club. Sponsor
we love
me.
Sam's
Okay.
Club. I have a membership too, so they definitely be coming through.
Sponsor me. Reach out, babes.
Please. Okay.
But so I buy these rotisserie chickens at Sam's Club. They're $5. So really good. One day I was talking about it. This chicken's so good. I just ate this whole chicken in 2 days. It's crazy. You know, just talking about my chicken. And he's like, oh, you should give me one next time you go. And I was like, okay. So next time I went, let's say 5 days later, I was like, hey, the day before, I'm going to Sam's Club tomorrow. And you said you wanted another chicken. You wanted a chicken, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get another one. I'll get 2. Okay. And then I'm going to come to your house and pick it up. I said, bet, right? So go to Sam's Club like I usually do. And this is like Jerm was talking about earlier with his grocery grievances. I too also had the same sentiments about why do things cost so much and how am I supposed to eat and survive at the same time? Don't know. But we figured out somehow we be eating. Shout out to God and all that. But
shout out to him.
So that $5 is $5 more than I would have spent to begin with.
Right.
And it's $5 that I probably need for gas because I do this side job and I need money for that. Or I need gas for that, I'm sorry. Or just literally anything else. $5 sometimes can make a bill paid or not paid. True tea.
Yeah.
All right. We being real today.
Okay.
Everything ain't always motherfucking peachy. Sometimes it is, though. Shout out to God once again. Sometimes I be living like I have no worries in the world. But other times, it's worries in the world. Okay? So that's why you got to be humble. You got to remember that every day is not the brightest day.
Yeah.
Don't act an ass on your bright days because then on your dark days, you're going to be real shame.
Girl, you're going to get humbled real quick. Okay?
Let's talk about it. So I also learned a lesson in that. Watching people be arrogant and snooty teaches me not to be like that. So I do appreciate that in some way. But let me get on with the story. So, hey, got your chicken. Come get it. Said he was going to get it, let's say around noon. I get a text like, oh, I'm with this boy, so I'm busy, can't come get the chicken. I'm like, okay, but can I get my $5? So let's be clear. I'm irritated a little bit because I wanted to see my friend, wanted to hang out with my friend a little bit. Yeah. Because he wasn't just going to get the chicken and leave.
Right.
But I'm like, okay, go with your friend. Go with your man or whatever. Who cares, right? But girl, I have 2 chickens on my stove right now. I can barely eat one before I feel like you need to throw it away. No.
Yeah.
I can't eat these 2 chickens. And I spent $5 more than what I would usually spend. Okay. So I just very kindly said, hey, can I get my $5 still? This is at a time where the struggle cloud of 2024 had been going on for like 4 months. And the person that I'm speaking to, if not every day, every other day at least, knows, bitch, it's hard out here for Bryce. Because I'm talking about it like regularly.
Right.
So you know that I probably need this $5. No shade. We're not counting people's money like we just said. We're not pocket watching. But you don't ever talk about money issues. You actually talk about money in like oh yeah, I just get what I want. I'm shopping. Oh, I think I want these pants. I think I want these shoes. Like you're very much like misguided. That's your vibe gives misguided. I don't ask you to do things for me. It'd be nice if you did. I like a gift. But I don't be just like, hey, can you buy me? I don't do that to nobody. I barely do it to my mama. And it's only because she pushed me out that I feel like she owed me a little something. But because I didn't ask to be here.
Yeah.
But but I'm not the beggy friend. Let's be clear. What you're not gonna ever do is treat me like a beggy friend, though. Because if I'm gonna be a beggy friend, I'm gonna be the beggy. Jerm, can I have $100? Like, if I'm gonna be a beggy friend, I'm a beg. I don't want to be a beggy friend when I didn't beg. Okay.
Yeah.
So I said, can I still get my $5? Wait, I'm not gonna get the chicken. And I said, but I would not have bought a second chicken if you did not ask for it. I mean, I guess. Basically, here your little measly $5. Guess what, though? I needed the $5. So guess what I did not do? Say shit else but thank you, bitch. Okay?
Right.
You have a good day. Talk to you later. I needed it. I'm not ashamed. I got stuff to do with this $5. So I know that sounds very petty to y'all, but literally, okay, I guess I'll tell y'all. I do Uber sometimes, so $5 worth of gas can make me $20, if not more. Really, you get what I'm saying? So like, I need my money sometimes so I can make more money.
Yeah.
That person knows that. We get down to now we are in the production. That's like a couple months before we actually start the podcasting. This all ties back into it. So we get down to, I got all the ideas for the podcast. You have absolutely none. And I'm ready to go. We get ready to start doing it. Now it's time to get artwork. Y'all love our lovely artwork made by this guy that I met. And he lives in Florida, I believe. His name is Aquil. So cute. Oh my God. He did so good on that artwork, Jerm. So I think this is before because he's an artist. I think this is before I even came across him to ask him to do the artwork that we have now. So we were just going to find a random person, have websites that you can find like a random, like amateur artist, I guess, to, you give them a vision, kind of like how you do AI. I want this to look like this. And then they draw it out for you or whatever. Jerm, those things are really cheap. The guy that did our artwork, he's a real artist. So I paid him more than you would pay somebody who would do the little amateur stuff. You know, they literally will show like level 1, I'll do this for $5, $10.
Like
whatever
a
you
pop
want me
art
to do.
kind of thing.
Kinda. And it looks, no shade, it looks like $5 art, no shade. But at that time, this is still deep in 2024. That $10 is the artwork that is in the budget. No shade. I don't need the most expensive artwork at that time. I was just trying to make some shit shake. So I did everything on the production side of the podcast. And there are certain things you got to pay for on that end. We're supposed to put out our first episode. We had like a certain date. I don't know why. But we had a certain date. With these people that you're supposed to explain what type of artwork you want, you give them a few days to give you like a first draft, and you might have revisions and all of that. So I said, we want to put the podcast out by Friday or whatever. I usually get paid on Wednesdays. Instead of me waiting until I got paid to actually get the artwork, I don't want to use some of this money I might need for the next few days. I go to the person who has not really contributed anything, and I say, can you, I did all of this. Can you just get the artwork? This is how you do it. This is the website you go to. You just explain our vision and they'll get it done. I gave you one task. That's your one task. No shade. Okay, I'll get it done. So it's not a Sunday. This is literally like the week before. So several days go by after you saying you'll get it done. I haven't heard nothing about it, but I'm thinking you just working on it and you don't like give me updates. So I'm like, okay, whatever. We get to that Monday and it's like, hey, so I'm finally getting on that now with the artwork. I'm on the website now and it says it's going to be Jerm $14.75, probably 14 something. I'm thinking you're just giving me an update, letting me know you're doing it.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, next text. So you want to split that? I said, bitch, you asking me for $7. Girl, please. When I tell you, Jerm, when I tell you that moment made it clear as hell, you are not my type of bitch. I don't care, Jerm. How hard life has been on me. Life ain't been no crystal stair.
Yeah.
I'm not asking no bitch for $7.
Right.
When I don't need it.
Right. Especially if it's
and it's my shit. But you remember the $5 chicken?
Yeah.
Why he tried to make it equal. And I said, totally different, bitch. This is your chicken. It's not my fault that you're not going to come get your child. Okay? You still need to pay me this $5 for this chicken. You haven't done any work. This is your contribution. getting the artwork done. I just feel like we supposed to split this halfway. Why? Or we not splitting everything else halfway?
Right.
If I ask you to do something that I know you can do, I'm not talking about somebody that don't got $14, y'all. Be very clear. I ain't pocket watching, but the motherfucker got $14. I'm willing to bet the farm on it.
Right.
It's literally just a greed type of, I don't feel like I should have to do this. And I'm like, I have to ask myself, do I want to be vulnerable and explain, hey, you doing it would really help me because we can get the work faster.
Mm-hmm. Versus
I need my $14 right now.
Yeah.
You know you don't need your 14. I don't think I should have to talk like that to a friend for real.
Right.
I know you don't really need your $14, so do you mind paying? I don't even have to give you all of that. So I was just like, bitch, you're weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I said to him after that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't curse him out for sure, but I definitely did that thing where I get cold and be like, all right, I'm done with you. Because I was just like, wait, you really are doing this over $7? You're defending your point? Because that's the thing. People like to go back and forth with me after I've already made it clear. Like, I've already cleared you. Why are you still talking? Okay.
Cleared you. I've already cleared.
Like, that is weird that you are doing this over $14. And then he said the whole thing about the chicken. Why you make me pay you back for that chicken? If we not supposed to be split.
You asked for it, stupid. You asked for it. Duh.
He said something else, another scenario. I don't like when people bring up old stuff. It was a whole bunch of, he had been sitting on stuff. I wish I could remember, y'all. I should have the details for y'all, but I don't. But it was just like, oh my gosh. I have had a best friend that hates me this whole time because only a bitch that hates me would act like this.
Yeah.
Because there have been things about you that I did not necessarily appreciate, but because we're supposed to be besties, I was willing to not make it such a deal.
Yeah.
And you're ready to have real issues with me over $7 is crazy to me.
Over a podcast, y'all supposed to.
But I gotta tell you, Jerm, I've told this story before. I think I've told you this story before. I don't know. If you haven't noticed, I was way more angry back then when I told you. Yeah, I'm not that mad no more because I'm glad it happened like that.
No, for real. Because
I'm so much happier doing this show with you, bitch.
Yes, especially when we made our theme song. I was like, oh, this legit. And then the artwork, everything is it just came together. Because you already had an idea. I feel like I just came and just added my little flair on it. But you already had the foundation. You already knew what you wanted to do with this.
It made it a lot easier because of that story. That's why by the time I got you to sign on, like it's NBC, bitch.
Right.
By the time I got you to sign on
contract.
Okay. I actually had most of the production part figured out, which is why I didn't expect you to really have too much input on that. But you have input on the creative, which is the most important part.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all gonna care about all that, but it just goes to show you like things happen for a reason. That's why I really don't be sitting here thinking about the fallen friends too much. It's definitely not hard to replace these people. It's not as hard as you think. Like Jerm was saying, he doesn't really put his stuff out there. But I promise you, the second that you do, no shade, shout out to the people who are acquaintances, but temporary people are a dime a dozen. You can always have you a little go out friend. You can always have you a little FaceTime friend. You can always have you a little 8-ball friend. No shade. Shout out to my 8-ball friends. I like y'all. But like the real like strong people in your life, you only need a few of them. Those are the ones you ought to be worried about.
Yeah, girl.
If something is super weird, y'all have a fallout over something so small and insignificant or created in your head, like Jerm's situation, that's probably not a permanent person in your life anyway. It's nothing to really, cry over. It's just, it's what it is. And things like that happen for a reason. Jerm said he didn't want to go into his adult life with that friend.
I sure did not.
Do you know how much drama would be created in his adult life if that person was still in his inner network? You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So some of these people are meant to be temporary, and that's okay. We don't need them around forever.
Baby, we grown.
Shout out to you though.
Life's too short. Right. Shout out to you. I hope I don't give a fuck about you. But life's too short,
I wish you wasn't a penny nickel dime asshole because we could have been cool. But like
Cause if something ain't serving you, baby, let it go. Let it go. Cause I promise you,
I don't even do that to my mama,
free,
y'all. I'm not mad. I'm not mad, but I gotta say this real quick, Jerm. I'm not mad. Be clear, I'm not mad.
Yeah,
right?
we know you're not mad. Yeah,
but for you to expect me to grovel with you and be like, hey, I really need you to do this because I can't. I don't even do that to my mom. I just be like, Mama, can I have some money?
Right, and
she'll
like,
sure.
She'll be like, here, make sure you pay me back. I'll be like, okay, I got you.
But you're not even giving me money. You're doing something for our project.
Exactly, something that y'all was supposed to originally do together.
Why I gotta beg and be like, because I don't get paid for 3 more days.
Baby, that would have been a problem. Okay, that would have been an issue every week.
You shouldn't do that to friends. You shouldn't put friends in positions where they feel like they gotta do weird shit like that when you could. Jerm, I promise you, you're my good girl. If I can do something for you, it's no reason why I would just not, because
right.
And just because, like, what? Just because? That's crazy. You bitch, you hate me. Okay, but
I bet you hate me. Bitches be having secret animosity. It'd be crazy.
Animosity.
It'd be crazy.
That's so weird.
Like,
but honestly, one thing I would give the people, we kind of shifted what we are supposed to be talking about and just made it about mess, and I love that for us.
Yeah.
One thing I would give the people to avoid mess, if you don't like mess, pay attention to how your acquaintances, new friends, talk about their other friends. It's all fun and games. We talking about people we don't really like no more. But I'm talking about people who, when they're talking about people who they still speak to frequently, if it's this raggedy bitch said this, and then this bitch asked me to do that, and I don't really want to do it, but I think I might just because she be crying about this, she be complaining about that. But this person is still their friend. Baby, they're talking about you like a cat too.
Yes.
They think about you like that too.
Yes, girl.
Because the way he was talking to me after I was like, why can't you just pay for the $14 thing by yourself? He was talking to me like he talks to his beggy friends. Or like he talks about his beggy friends to me. Like, you know what
help.
I mean?
Not as giving the help, baby.
And you know I never gave. Shout out to Octavia. He never gave. Many don't burn no chicken. It never gave that.
Eat my shit. Well, you just did.
Shout out to my parents. I come from a very middle class home where we were able to pay the bills. Shout out to that. You know, never too rich, but very much the bills were paid somehow, some way.
Some way, somehow.
And I leave that in my life today. I may not be too rich, but the lights is on. Okay.
Right. You got a roof over your head. Okay. Baby, a nice bed to sleep in. Okay.
And I love my parents. If I really need something, I have real resources. Girl, you really think I'm begging you?
Right.
We gotta, at some point in our life, be fucking for real. I know I just said I wasn't mad, but it brought me back real quick. Cause it's the begging part, like, wait, you think I'm using you, sister? I know how to go find a man to use if I want to use something.
Not
what?
Shantae's got.
He's not at home, but he could be. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's rich niggas out here if you trying to find something to use.
Okay.
They throwing paper.
No,
it's time for the sparkler.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm playing. But just to wrap us up, Jerm, this was a fun episode for me. Oh my God, I had so much fun. I do want to know, do you think there is one specific thing that you could do differently in the future to start making, little cool friends?
By being present, because when I'm out, just I could just be out at a bar. I'm not necessarily present. Like I said, I'm always in my own world. Just putting myself out there too, because I definitely like to stay in my bubble. And just making myself available for people to come and talk to me. I feel like that will help me out in making, I guess, better connections in the future. So yeah, I'm learning. I'm slowly learning. I'm 25, so it's just sometimes hard to get out of that old habit of thinking like, damn, I hope this bitch ain't out to get me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had that happen to me before.
I was just about to say that.
So it's just like, I'll welcome you with open arms, but bitch, please don't be out to get me. Like, damn, I don't know how many lives I got left. It's like I'm a cat, bitch. I got 9 lives, okay?
They've been clawing at you, bitch. You
exactly.
clawed up.
Okay, I be trying to stay prayed up in a world like this because I know this world is very evil, and I be trying to find that little sprinkle of light in the darkness. So, I just want to be more present. I just want to be more available, and just, I guess, not be a standoffish bitch. What about you, Bryce? What can you do in the future to make better connections?
Your Virgo moon is really mooning right now, Jerm, because I have the same sentiment. But my thing is, I think I just need to work on not looking like I hate everybody. I think I put off an energy of don't talk to me. I'm not gonna give you
RBF.
Very much like, oh my god, y'all. When I tell y'all I don't need no Botox, I do it all day naturally. Like my face is just very much like I have somewhere to be. Nobody bother me.
Everybody get out of my way now.
And they clear, bitch. I walk in the gym, the road clears. Now the boys be staring, but they don't get in my way. Okay, I see them from the side.
Okay. I know that's right.
So I think that's what I would need to work on. Also, I don't like to leave the house. That's really what my problem
exactly.
So
baby,
I need
we pay
to
so
have
much money for rent.
Girl.
It's impossible to leave.
I need to have some willingness to go to like a real house party where people know each other. That's where I think I would be more comfortable. They don't really throw those like they used to, but I need to go to some house parties around like people that are good people, and I'll make friends in that situation. That's what I think I need to do. Find intimate situations to meet people in, because the clubs are just not for me. I went to one club in Dallas, and if I tell you the name, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I don't want to give them no promotion. It was not my vibe. I was like, oh my gosh, where is the color in the room? Okay.
I know what you're talking about. Wow. Yeah.
Shout out to them, though. They were having fun. I was not, though.
I bet, baby. I was all types of lines in the bathroom.
Don't touch me.
Right.
I was scared for my life. So yeah, I don't like the club.
They probably would have liked you because
Oh no, they were walking up, and I went with this guy, and they were walking up and talking to us, and I was just like, he was being all friendly talking to them. I was like, oh my god, don't talk to strangers. They were really strange though. They weren't like a stranger, like you don't know them stranger. They were like strange.
Okay, like they be in the back rooms doing a couple things.
It gave that, and I'm like, oh my god, do I give that too? Why are they talking to us?
That's funny.
That was not fun. So I don't want to do those type of outings, but I do want to find intimate things where I can meet like-minded individuals, because it's just fun. I have fun being social. I'm just not an extrovert. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm like an
that way
omnivert.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like me sitting here chopping it with you, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not the introverted person that don't want to have no interaction with people. I just don't want to have interaction with a bunch of strangers. Right. I just be like, whoa, what's going on in here?
No, because my anxiety goes through the roof, and I get overstimulated, bitch. I'll be like, okay, bitch, how do I look? Like, what's going on? Why are these people doing? I get paranoid.
What's going on?
I'm not crazy, y'all. I promise. Unless you want.
No, bitch. We can't help the anxiety to be going crazy.
That. Yeah. Unless y'all need that. Unless you need that.
I don't even apologize. I've been dealing with anxiety for so long. I am not apologetic for feeling like you bitches are weird, and that's what anxiety is. Feeling like everybody and everything is fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because,
girl,
because some of y'all are weird. My anxiety has saved me so many times because I felt like something was weird, and it was weird. It really does be something ajar.
The intuition be on point, like, bitch.
And that's why I'm anxious.
Spidey senses be
okay. Shout out to anxiety. It's not a problem. It's a skill. Okay.
It's a skill, baby.
Jerm, this was such a good episode.
I enjoyed it.
I really did too. Can you tell the people where they can follow you?
Hey y'all can follow me at Home Cooked Meal everywhere on TikTok, Instagram, not on Facebook because I don't want y'all in my business. Okay, that's private. But other than that, you can find me on YouTube even as Home Cooked Meal, and my music as well. If you guys don't already know, you should already. Jamil, I changed my name to Jamil, so if you search it up on any platforms, you'll be able to find that. And Bryce, do you have anything to say to our lovely audience?
I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. Like, I know y'all gagged and laughed and had a good old time just like we did.
Hope y'all did, yeah.
And honestly, you're welcome, because we really put our foot in this one. So we'll see y'all again next week, and hopefully it's even bigger and better. You can follow me at Davis on really Instagram. That's the only place you really gonna see me. DAEYVIS. New music on the way, like always, because I'm always creating. Like I'm always creating.
We're always in the studio. We're always there.
In the studio. We're very loving hip hop bitches. Like, where is the music, Jerm?
Baby, oh, I forgot. New music's coming out this month. I'm not gonna tell y'all yet, but it is coming.
You have a release date.
I have one.
I don't have a release date, bitch. I'm on the shelf. Okay.
Well, baby, we gotta get you off the shelf and put that shit into stores ASAP. Pronto.
Girl, I gotta go down and talk to the label.
Okay. Not label issues, girl. RCA.
We're having label issues. Jerm, it's giving RCA. It's giving RCA. I promise you.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna have to do something strange to get my single to drop.
Bitch. No. Okay. Stay out the office, girl. Please. I know there's another way.
Y'all, we gotta go. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all. We love y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Woo! Yeah.